Hey ladies, so I've seen a couple posts here lately about, coming across someone and they kind of steal your thunder when it comes to your progress in, your transformation. And so I thought I would do a quick video just to, it can be very, very difficult as especially as a woman, to be emotionally engaged, because you have to be emotionally engaged to actually care about people, but yet to be capable of disconnecting with what their opinion is of you, and how it can, impact your overall psyche when when you go looking for confirmation outside of yourself. And I think a lot of times we go searching for confirmation outside of ourselves because maybe it was something that we didn't get, as a child growing up, that approval. Or maybe it's just something that we're not giving to ourselves. And so we end up attracting people to us who refuse to give us the very thing that we're not giving to ourselves. And so I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about that, and how maybe doing a self-check before you go to share your progress, which is connected very deeply to vulnerability, to share your progress with someone and just make sure that you're not doing it to hear anything specific from them. You're not looking for a specific supportive response. And maybe when you do share just simply from the fact of confidence and knowing that it's working for you, and believing, regardless of how fast you're receiving your results, that this is the way that does work and it's true. If you share from a level of confidence where you're not seeking approval or acknowledgement from someone else, then it hurts a little bit less. That doesn't mean that you won't still feel disappointed or, a little hurt if someone isn't receptive, that you expected to be receptive of it. But it makes it a little less painful if you kind of check yourself on where you're coming from. Again, we tend to attract people to us that mirror what we are and who we are internally. And so if you're not offering yourself emotional support, and you're not encouraging yourself, and maybe you've got doubt, and maybe part of your internal dialogue is less than kind, less than loving, then that's what you're going to attract to yourself until you transform that part of yourself into a more loving and accepting and acknowledging aspect of you. And so I wanted to touch on that because I know it can be just incredibly frustrating. When we want or even need that support and then we don't get it from the person that we're seeking it from. So that was just some thoughts that I had, and so just maybe take a little bit of time, and before you go to share with someone, especially someone who's a good friend or a close family member, just check yourself on, am I looking for approval? Am I looking for acknowledgement? And sometimes we even trick ourselves and make ourselves think that we're not looking for that, but we actually were. So, yeah. Anyway, chin up, ladies. When that happens, use it as a lesson and think about how do you maybe do that to yourself in your internal dialogue. Are you being supportive? Are you being acknowledging? Because if you are, then you're less inclined to need or even want that acknowledgement outside of yourself. And then, changing a little bit as far as, try to get off the scale, try to, use other healthier methods of measuring your progress. How are you feeling? It's not just about how your clothes are fitting. It's not just about if the scale is going down. It's not just about if the inches are dropping off. Okay? Because there are so many benefits to this that have nothing to do with cellulite. And so if you try to have a more broader perspective in thinking that, you know what, I have more energy. Oh my gosh, I didn't feel like that. I used to have to take naps. Or if you think about, holy cow, my digestion is actually functioning, and before it wasn't. Or now I drink a lot more water than I used to. So, if you try to measure your success on more things than just what we've been taught, then you're going to feel more optimistic. And I personally, this is just, what I do is, I don't get on the scale. Two, I don't keep track of the amount of time that I'm doing something, because I'm not looking at it like an end game result. Yes, I have an end game goal, but this is a lifestyle change, and so I made a commitment to avoid certain thought processes and certain things that I knew for me would be destructive in my progress. So, try to examine things, be a little bit more introspective as to what's actually going on with you, rather than maybe ways that you would have in the past, by measuring based on scale, measuring based on pants. But you want to gauge it based on you as a whole, because you are not the number on a scale. You are not the size of pants that you wear. You are so, so much more. And the more you treat yourself like you are a whole person, the more you will really become a whole person, a whole, I don't know how to really say it, not divided, more complete, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of it, physically, all of it. So learning to be more gentle with yourself, then you'll attract people who are more gentle with you. And learning to be less judgmental with yourself and others, and you'll attract people who are less judgmental of you. Learning to be more honest with yourself, and you will attract people who are more honest with you, and so on down the line. And so anyway, I don't want to make this video too long, but I hope this helps for any of you who are struggling with that or any of it. I hope that it offers a little bit of support. So you ladies have a great night and be blessed, and I love you all, and keep blasting. And I'm happy to be a part of this, and I'm happy you are a part of this too. So good night.